She actually had Mr. Ussery right next door to me. So her and her friend will always come walking in the halls. And me being the teacher that I am, I just greet everybody. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? You feeling okay today? And she was one of those that just always told me how she felt, whether I asked or not. It just kind of built that rapport of me and her. She would come visit my classroom all the time. And as I got to know her, I'm like, this kid is grand. She has a great mind. She's very, very wise, way beyond the age of her peers. She's just somebody who has always been a person of her word, somebody who's always been determined to do whatever she needed to, big or small. And I just love that about her.
What motivates me to keep going, to most importantly to make my parents proud and to just be that role model for my little siblings, because I have 3 under me and I have an older sister, but she doesn't live with us. So I just push to strive and tell them whatever happens, you can still be whatever you want to be in life and prosper and just live life.
She tells me about her future a lot. She wants to get into the world of psychology, and I feel like that's going to be great. She exudes empathy. She exudes patience. She exudes open-mindedness, that cross-cultural stance. You know, being here at Ellender, we have an array of different beings here, and she is somebody that really, really is able to mesh with every last one of those students. And just seeing her in the classroom and how she's a leader more than anything, she kind of takes an issue and she's kind of the fixer of most of the issues within the classroom. So I think her future is going to be grand.
First encounter with Miss Jackson, I was just walking in the hall with my friend and I seen her and she was just like, hey, how you doing? I was like, good, how are you? And then it just became a routine, like I'll see her every day in the hallway, speak to her. And then one day I got dispersed in her class and we started talking about work. And she was opening up her own business and I was like, I want to work for you. I'm gonna be 16 or whatever. And so she just one of those people. I love getting good vibes from people, because if I get a bad vibe from you, I'm not gonna really talk to you as much as I was talking to you. But she came with good vibes. I was just talking to her. I felt comfortable, safe to be around her every day, and it just became a natural routine. And then I got her as the teacher my senior year, and then it just opened my mind to millions of things that I never knew once about myself and about others in the world.
When I was in high school, I had so many great teachers, but sometimes I didn't really get the takeaway from, what is this? They spent so many hours with me, and sometimes I didn't really feel like they made a difference. So I always say I'm a people person, for one. I'm very extroverted. I love people, but working with the youth and inspiring the youth is big to me because they're our future. I feel like what we instill in them now is going to exude within the future. It's going to make a whole difference.
After I graduate, I plan to go to college, UL, University of Lafayette, to study psychology and hopefully own my own private practice and just give whatever life gives me.
One specific memory that kind of reflected, it made me become introspective as a teacher. She's on the student advisory board for Terrebonne Parish. And, that's when the students go and they exude, all of their questions, comments, or concerns that's going within their school. So, just her going there and just being a part of that board was very, very great. But what really stuck out with me was when she told the superintendent, Miss Jackson is making a difference. That's a teacher that's allowing me to kind of open my eyes to what's going on. And she's telling me these things, and we really want to make a difference. It's bigger than science lessons with me. When they're in my classroom, I want them to understand, like, look, what you take from me, I want you to be able to take this and hold this and put it into your hippocampus of that brain where you store your memories and say, what, Miss Jackson exuded that fire. She ignited that fire within me to, stand up for myself, stand up for what you want.
I see myself happy, a beautiful house, just a lovely family, just being happy, just enjoying nature, living life to the fullest, and just loving myself more than I ever have, because I made it through everything, and despite those who didn't think I would make it.
I want to take that little light bulb that's kind of flickering and just twist it to the point where you're shining brighter than, you ever thought you could. And just seeing that light bulb go off on students who don't even think they have the potential and hearing them say, Miss Jackson, if it wasn't for you, I would have gave up. Or Miss Jackson, thank you for caring. I don't have people who do that.
I want to explore the world. I don't see myself living here, but I do plan to come back because I want to open up a recreation center for those teens that need jobs, but it's hard with school and work. I want to be able to have sports activities. I want to be able to have any type of things to help the kids in our neighborhoods prosper and all that.
I had multiple teachers, man. Southdown Elementary was a great school. One of my faves, Nellie Brown. She was a science teacher. She's awesome sauce. She was always a teacher that cared. Like, it was just so deeper than just life science with her. Like, she made a difference. Like, I felt welcomed in her class every day, you know, down to her children, like William, her only son. I have little baby pictures of him because he was like my little brother. Like, she was a fam. She was like our mom, you know, at Southdown. Bonnie Skidmore, another one. She was amazing. 3rd grade, you know, she was awesome. The best math teacher I've ever had in the whole world. Sandra Grace, she was amazing. So many people, I can go on and on and on.
When she plans her lessons, she interacts with everybody. Like, she'll ask us, what do we want to be? And then she'll reflect it. Like, I want to go into psychology. We end up talking about the brains and how sleep affects the brain and all that. And then we just started from there. Like, she interacts and she deals with life lessons, life stories that's going around in the world.
You have to kind of put the students first and kind of see things in their perspective. You can't just go into it and say, okay, this is what I expect of you, you know, because teaching here at Ellender, there are so many different students with so many different hardships, you know, and I feel like being an open-minded person goes a long way when it comes to being an educator. And the people who inspired me, they were always open-minded, you know. They never made us feel less than what we were if we didn't get something. They never made me feel dumb for asking a question, you know, because some people can be that way, but they got down to the point of the most minute, like whatever you need, the most minute detail of anything that I needed, they always were there no matter what.